So what's your focus for Excon in this edition?
The focus, the main theme, basically what we did was for sustainable energy. We have a lot of EV launched for this Excon.
Correct.
Multiple means we have launched a port equipment, few of our excavators, not excavators, the wheel loader models. Though we have electrical excavator, we have not displayed here, or want of couldn't reach on time.
Correct.
And forklifts, the major focus was on EV. That is one thing. Even a mining dump truck, what we have put here is again EV version we have put. The hybrid also is there. So these are all the focus basically. And we have launched our new cranes, which is goes into the windmills basically. You can see that 900-ton all-terrain crane,
Right.
which can change the phase of speed of erections basically. Traditionally, it is done through our crawler cranes, where the mobilization is takes time, assembly, dismantling, everything. That's a major challenge in wind direction. Now with this all-terrain crane, if the roads are good, then it can be a much faster speed it can be doing. And we have a 500-ton crawler crane also displayed here. So a lot of new products is done. And on the road machinery, if you see that we have displayed the full range of equipments, right from laying to recycling. So these are the major focus for us in this Excon, apart from our regular products.
So how are these products different from the competitors?
See, India is a special country. Means globally, if you see that we from India, all stakeholders, if you see that we want the best, with the best quality, with best price.
Correct.
So you have to be always on your toes. You have to be innovative continuously, and we have to have specific models which requires customized models which requires for this construction industry basically. And last 3 years, the demanding, the technology advancement, what they expect. Yes. And this has changed the phase of the construction itself. Earlier, we used to have smaller machines. Now it has all transformed to a larger machines which can increase the speed of construction. Otherwise, we can never meet the deadline basically.
Right.
So the actually, if you see that, we need to continuously see 6 months to 1 year in advance what is going to come next. That is the major challenge basically. Means you have to bring the right product at the right time. And the bigger challenge is they want it immediately. Right. So we have to be very, very calculative. Planning has to be very precise. Right. That is the major thing what we face today basically.
Right. So you said about the electric products. So have you done any kind of a cost benefit analysis?
Cost benefit analysis, definitely yes, we have done that basically. Because again, it should be a win-win. Because generally, if you see in the automobile segment also, right, initially the cost was very, very high, which created a lull in the market. Right. Then there was a cost price correction was happening.
Correct.
Today, if you see that unless and until the ROI is going to be within 2.5 to 3 years, customers are not going to really buy. Right. And most of the bigger clients, they are all going through the rental mode. Right. They are not ready to shell out.
Correct.
If the cost benefit analysis is not there basically. Correct. So the larger the machine, you get a better realization with respect to X plus price.
Okay.
Normally 1.6, 1.7, because the fuel consumption goes even 15 to 20 liters per hour. If the machine is only, say, consuming 2 liter or 3 liter, then it becomes a challenge where to price basically. Unless there are volumes, I don't see the cost is going to come down basically.
Correct.
In the near future.
So are there any demand for your electric products?
Yes, of course, the traction has been quite good in the last 6 months because big companies, for their carbon footprint, they have certain targets. They start with that, then they see the productivity is absolutely increased. Means we are talking only about the diesel part of it. But if you see there is no loss of energy basically with respect to IC and with respect, because these are all coupled with the direct motor, no transmission losses basically. So that is the biggest advantage what we have in EV. And for the owner of the machine, the maintenance cost, which comes along with the engine, rotating parts, transmission or an axle, that is completely ruled out. Only thing what we have to now immediately look into that, the recycle lifetime of the battery and the recycling process. Yes. And the availability of battery. Yeah. So that is the challenge currently we are facing. Yeah. But now only the machines have started coming. These battery lives are going to be 8 years. I'm sure that the next couple of years we'll be having a clear solution for all these things. Companies are continuously working on that. So I think within a couple of years of time we'll have a solution for that.
But so when it comes to cranes, what are the operational safety challenges that you're facing?
See, actually, crane is a very critical equipment. Means, first of all, today with such a huge demand of cranes, if you see in the last 3 years, the supply of cranes have almost tripled or gone 4 times basically. The first challenge is the operators. Crane is such an equipment that you have to be very, very precise. And when the object is at 60 meters or 80 meters above, and you need to have a real technology. We have underhook cameras and so all the safety features with respect to the wind speed, with respect to the lightning, with respect to all the other swing, counterweight, balance, whether it is overloading. We have all automatic cutoffs, warning if it is reaching the 92%, 93% level, automatic cutoff, we can only bring down the object. So all those technology has developed in the last several years, if you see that. So all of them are available fully in XCMG cranes. So nothing is compromised on the safety part of it. And if you see that on the operators, it is actually the responsibility of the OEM also to ensure that adequate operators are available for operating these type of equipments. So we have brought in simulators. We also have a operator training programs basically to churn out more and more operators with training centers, classroom training, as well as the job site training. We are in the process of tying up with a few customers so that we can tie up with them for on-job site training also.
Can you put some light on your manufacturing facilities?
Manufacturing facilities, if you see that XCMG manufacturing facility started actually in 2021, where we got into this excavator business. So excavator is a product which cannot be continuously imported and sold as a fully built because we have local competition. So we set up a facility in Tamil Nadu near Kanchipuram, Cheyyar. Okay, so it is a 10-acre facility which has a capacity of 6,000 excavators per year. Okay, so that was the first step. Then in Sriperumbudur, where earlier swing facility was there, now we have rented it out. There we have started manufacturing the loaders, wheel loaders. So that is now fully manufactured here in Chennai. And last year onwards, we started manufacturing the dump trucks, mining trucks. Yeah. So these are all the local manufacturing what we have started. And the localization also has happened in a much faster pace. The excavators, we have already at 58% localization we have done already. Loader, it is only 1.5 years old, started 1.5 year back we started manufacturing. Loader, we are almost at 32-33%. We have a very ambitious target of quick localization of that because the foreign exchange is not really supporting us to sustain importing and selling. And many things can be under our control if it is going to be a locally manufactured product. And the government pushing for this made in India. And we are also quite happy that things are moving back here so that we are not dependent on the forex or whatever it is. And servicing is much easier, control of quality is much easier, and whatever changes what the customer needs, that can be much faster if it is going to be. And we have set up a dedicated R&D center to support South Asia in Chennai. So that is for the complete South Asian market. They are having a close to some 20-25 member team is there for the products what is being manufactured here in Chennai.
Sir, there is always one or two star product of a company.
Correct.
Your focus is more towards wheel loader and excavator?
It's not like that. We have multiple products. If you see that excavator is quite visible basically. So everybody knows about excavator. They follow the market share, wheel loader, because it is a more organized way. They connect with each other and then you really know what is the TIV and where you stand, where you are going to go. It's much better. But what is actually driving the company turnover or whatever it is, that is the crane and the foundation equipments basically. For example, the total turnover, the CE, what we are dealing will be close to some 25-28% of the total turnover. Balance comes from heavy equipments. So with all these metros, refineries, steel plants, high-speed rail, all these coming, all are larger capacity, and there is a big focus on wind today by the government for renewable energy, wind energy. All these windmills are getting upgraded. So there is a huge demand for higher capacity cranes. 800 ton minimum capacity is required for that. This year itself, we have almost 40 machines we have supplied, and there is a huge demand, backlog of orders. China is not able to supply. So this has become to that extent. That is the reason now they are trying an option of the 900 ton what we have displayed here. So that is also a wind machine. Means today here in wind sites, normally you need a crawler to march because the road is not so good, motorable. So once that is taken care, then these 900 tons will take it by storm. It can be much faster basically. That is next thing basically. Means next 3-4 years the wind is going to be the driver for us.
So pursuant to what you said now, but India now is spurring up with a lot of infrastructure projects.
Yes.
So how are you managing scalability compared to the demand?
Scalability, definitely, yeah, it is not easy to scale up with the
Yes.
requirements basically.
Yes, right.
Today, if you see that if you are going to really talk about investment and then scaling up the factory, ramping up, because generally the Chinese, they always believe in having an extra capacity basically.
Correct.
Now only we have touched 3,000 excavators, 3,200 excavators, but the capacity is for 7,000.
Correct.
Okay, that way we plan for that.
Right.
Now with crane, so many cranes now started because crane requires a large factory for that basically. Means, okay, for a smaller range it is still fine. But we have plans for establishing smaller crane production also in India. So that if you see crawler, you are only transporting air. It's high
Yes.
volume, but the weight is less. But transportation cost, everything goes up.
Right.
So we will be setting up some more facilities
Right.
for manufacturing those, at least those booms in India. So that way we have to really manage it.
Since you touched upon the cost part of it, so India is a very price sensitive market. So how
Very
do you
price sensitive.
balance between cost and quality?
That is the biggest challenge. So quality, see, I'll tell you, if it is price sensitive, it doesn't mean that they compromise on quality.
Correct.
Indian customers definitely, if you see that, they look for value for money product.
Right.
They want longevity, they want breakdown free, they don't want any cheap components in their machines. They go through the component list of the equipment, whatever we are supplying. That drives actually. So continuous innovation and R&D is the only thing which can really help you to make a sustainable business model. Otherwise, it's very difficult because price always falls. I never experienced in the last 20 years it went up. Okay, but when I started importing the first XCMG machine, dollar was at 63 rupees. Today we have breached 90 already. But my INR prices still remain same. They managed to do that cost effectiveness. Continuous money, millions of dollars are spent on R&D or innovation. And every project comes with its own challenge. India customers, they look for a customized solution. Whoever is able to provide it, whoever is able to envisage it earlier and come with a solution faster, then it becomes much easier. So luckily, XCMG has got a big team in the R&D segment, both in China and in Europe also. They are able to come out very, very, very quickly with all the solutions what is required. We have launched many India-specific products also, where the requirement is such. For example, if you take a tunnel boring machine, where you have to lower and lift and lower, always you need to have two cranes, two large cranes to lift and lower it because of the weight of that one.
Yes, yes. Right.
We came up with one crane with a luffing arrangement,
Oh,
where one crane is sufficient because metro, underground, it's all space, congested
Right.
space. Two cranes, it stops the entire traffic.
okay.
We have come out with an innovation that only one crane can do that job, and the smaller crane can do that job.
Where are the officials presently?
Actually, we did 2 months back, we demonstrated it to Excons on the live job site.
Okay.
So with one 400-ton crane, we were able to assemble and then lower the TBA.
The TVA.
Yes. Earlier, even Lassen Tibro, all of them were a little skeptical about no, why to take a risk and all those stuff.
Correct.
We showed globally how it is being done. We showed them the video. We convinced them. We gave a complete SOP protocol how it is going to be done. And my complete technical team was there, and very successfully they did it. Basically.
So what's your outlook for 2026?
2026 is going to be a fantastic year, definitely, because we follow a Jan-December calendar.
Correct.
And the order book today, that's what I was saying. China is denying now I need 2 months time to supply this quantity. It is like that. The order book is very healthy.
Right.
and we have launched new products also. I think it's going to be fantastic because between 24 and 25 it is going to be 40% growth for XCMG products, and similar growth we expect, hope for 2026 also.
Right.
Thank you, sir.